Hello everyone, Keida here, welcome back. Today I thought that we could have a little look at the newest game that I bought for my collection, which is Crash Bandicoot for the PS1. This is the Japanese version. I've always wanted this version for my collection, mainly due to the fact that it is such a cute game box art, and also it's quite good for speedrunning because the 100% category for this game is optimal on the Japanese version, so it's a really nice addition to my collection. So I thought that we could have a little look at the manual because it's so cute. I really wanted to show it off, and then we can have a little play of it together and just have a little experience, and I think it'll be really fun. So let's get right into the manual first. Okay, so here we have the box here. I do apologise for the angle that we've got the camera at. This is sort of the best setup that I have with this camera. And then here is the back of the box. I'm not going to be able to translate any of the text just because I don't know Japanese. I do apologise, but it sort of shows some screenshots of the game there, and it's very descriptive, it seems like. So let's have a look at the manual. So if we open this up, we've got the manual on this side, and then we've got the disc. The disc is so cute. I just love it. It's adorable. It has such a cute design on it. I really like it. We've got Crash there, and this looks like Donna, like a very sort of early design, and then we've got some monkeys there as well. It's just so cute. If we look under the disc, then we've got some of the character models here. I think that they are actually so cute. So you've got Crash there, Papu Papu, Cortex, Aku Aku, Tawna. I don't remember his name actually. Embryo, Ripperoo, and Pinstripe. And I'm sure that I'll remember his name eventually. It just escapes me right now. It's a pretty good quality of disc as well. It's not very hello, you can see me. Yeah, it's really nice quality. And then this is the manual, which is what I wanted to show because it looks super cute. So let's get that out here. It's a little bit tricky to actually get these out. There we go. Let's get rid of the box for now. Put that over there. Okay, so this is the back of the booklet, and then we've got the front here, which is obviously the main cover art of the game. Let's have a look inside. So this is the contents page. It tells us what we're going to be seeing throughout. Like I say, I don't know Japanese, so unfortunately I can't translate any of this. I'm sorry. Then we've got that lovely cover art again here, which is just so charming and lovely. I am going to assume this is sort of a brief rundown of the story of the game, perhaps. And then this is based off the opening of the game. So we have Cortex here, who was doing experiments So here we have some sort of title screen. So that's the main menu there. We've got some screenshots of the game. So that's the bonus round. We've got the level clear screen. And this is the save screen. So I'm assuming it's just explaining all of the different menus in the game. And then we have a character page which has got Crash on this side. I'm trying to get it so that there's not any glare on the screen. I do apologise. It's a very shiny book. And then we've got Torna, Aku, and interestingly enough, they've singled out the wild boar, which is one of the animals that you can ride on in certain stages. We've got more characters on this page here. So these are the villains of the game. We've got Dr. Neocortex, Dr. Nitrous Brio, Papu, Ripperoo, Koala Kong, that's what he's called, Koala Kong, and Pinstripe, or as he's known in Japan, apparently, Potoru. Very cute. So the next page is just explaining the controller buttons and the map screen, and also the HUD menu, it seems like. So it's telling you about the amount of Wumpa fruits that you can have, lives, and the bonus that you can collect. And then we have another screen here which seems to be describing the end of the level exits. And we've got another screenshot of the map here. Maybe this is describing the boxes that you can jump on, perhaps. And then over on this page we've got a little bit of information about the gems that we can collect during the game. We've got the completion screen here of the level, and this is the screen that we get when we collect the gems, I believe. And then on this page we've got some information about the different collectibles that you can get during the game. So we've got the Aku pickup mask here. We've got the Torna bonus icons, the Wumpa fruit, and the extra lives. And then on this page it has some information about the boxes that you can break. So we've got the standard box here. We've got the Aku box. We've got the jumpy boxes that you can continuously jump on. We've got the checkpoint box. These are just single jump boxes that you can smash. We've got the just metal crate boxes that you can't destroy. And then we have the exclamation point boxes, which affect the world in different ways. They usually spawn in different boxes and open doors and such. And then here we have the map screen of the game. So these are all the different islands that we go to, and eventually we make our way all the way up to where Cortex is. And then this is describing, it seems like, the first level of the game, and then we have the level where we've got these rolling wheels. Over on this side we've got the level, I think it's called Upstream, where you have to travel up this river. And then we've got the level where you ride on the boar and those levels are quite tricky for me. A few more levels. I do wonder what these the text is describing. If anybody can translate this, you might not be able to see the text very well on video, but I would love to know what it's describing. I assume it's just describing the different levels and what you can expect, perhaps. So we've got I always dislike these ones the most, actually. Really dislike this. And this level is so tough as well. This is where you're jumping, basically travelling up a bridge, and you have to jump on the diddles and avoid all of the gaps. That one's really difficult. Over on this side, what is that? Oh, that's one of the sort of machine levels, where you've got the hot pipes and everything. And then I'm pretty sure this is the lab. This level is pretty tough. And here we go. This is sort of describing Crash's spin attack, it seems like. So we've got him spinning here into an enemy and then also breaking boxes. Maybe it's describing how when you spin an enemy they can fly off and break boxes in the distance. That might be what it's describing there. Then we've got this little illustration where it's showing Crash breaking open some boxes in a stack, and then it must be describing the different jump trajectories that you have, and seeing him fall into the water there. And then this is just sort of, I think, the credits of perhaps the game or whoever translated the book, I'm not sure. Oh, that's my receipt, actually. Oops. I'll probably blur that out or something. And then we end with this super cute little graphic of Crash on the back page. It's sort of a weird, like, fold open thing. I'm not sure why. Maybe because if you close the book here, you can maybe fold it backwards on itself and then have a different cover for the box, I suppose. That could be what it is. So that's the manual all done. So let's have a little play of the game next, shall we? I'm really excited. Alright, so let's have a little gameplay session now. So I'm playing on my PlayStation 2, which is region free, so I can play any game on it from PlayStation 1 or PlayStation 2, which is really nice because I can play my Japanese games, or, you know, I grew up with PAL region games which were released in Europe and the UK. So I'm not used to playing other versions of games or games that actually run at 60 hits, because we all had 50 hits games here. But as you can see, we started up the game. I'm using my DualShock 2 controller, so it's it makes some nice sounds actually. Wow! So I did start the game up just so that I could get the cropping right on the screen, but I haven't actually played it yet, so we'll see how the controls are when we get in there. I want to wait actually a little bit just for the opening cinematic, because it will be a bit different in Japanese, so I really want to have a look at that. And I'm going to hold my controller up to the mic as well, just so that we can get some sounds once we get into the game. So we have some Japanese voice acting for Cortex and Embryo, she gets captured, so we have to go on a quest to rescue her. I really, really love the Japanese Crash sounds. So cute. So another thing with Japanese games is that the circle button is the confirm button, and the X button here is the cancel button. That's something that you have to get used to when you play these games. It took me a very long time to get out of the habit of using the X button, and especially with games from this era, it was in English regions. Triangle was the back button. It was always triangle. So it's a little bit interesting. Also, before we get into the game, the analog does not work in this game, even if you press the analog button. And you can see the analog light there. It still doesn't let you play. You have no analog controls. So we have to use the D-pad for this game. I prefer actually using the analog stick for most 3D games. So I kind of miss it when I have to go back to these games and then play with the D-pad. The D-pad can be really good for certain types of games, but for me, I usually just prefer the analog. So we've got some interesting text boxes that are coming up when we are grabbing the Aku Aku masks here, and they aren't present in the English version of the game. I suppose I should explain Aku Aku a little bit for anyone that hasn't played this game. So we've got 3 different forms of Aku Aku. We've got collecting 1 mask, which gives you 1 extra hit point. We've got a second mask, which turns him gold, and he gives you 2 extra hit points. And then we also have the 3rd form of the mask. So once I get this checkpoint here, you can see the Japanese text for checkpoint there, quite cute. Once we get the 3rd mask, then we are completely invincible. It doesn't, however, save you if you fall down a hole in the floor. So we have to still be careful not to fall down any holes in the floor. Oh, I thought that I might be able to just run over this with the mask. If I was quick enough, I probably should have. I messed it up. That's okay. Let's just get to the end of the level. So in Crash games, I'm actually not sure with the Japanese version, but in the normal version, if you die in a level, even though you collect all of the crates, it doesn't give you a gem because you have to do it without dying. And I can't remember if it's like that for every gem or just specific gems. It might just be the coloured gems that you're not allowed to die with, but I can't really remember. It's been a long time since I played it. So yeah, we missed some boxes there, but that's okay. Let's just get to the second level. I want to see what it's all about. This is some good memories for me, even though it's the Japanese version. I'm not used to it. It's still very cute, and it is very nostalgic for sure. So when I was a kid, oh interesting, the TNTs have got bombs on them instead of the text. But yeah, when I was a kid, I always found this game to be way too difficult, and I much prefer the 3rd game. I never actually played Crash 2. I never had that game when I was young, and I still haven't actually played it as an adult, even with the Insane trilogy. I still haven't played the Crash 2, just because I'm kind of weird and I want to play the the original version first before I play the insane version. I don't know. I'm kind of a weird when it comes to stuff like that. But I'm sure eventually I'll get around to it. So I've been sort of collecting. I'm not a huge collector when it comes to video games. I don't have a huge collection. I had to get rid of quite a lot because I simply just had so much. I didn't have storage space for anything anymore. But I still do like to collect games, and I would really like to have all of the Japanese Crash games on the PS1 eventually. Okay, so we've got a bonus stage here. If we collect all of the Tauna icons, then you can go into a bonus. And this is actually one of the only ways that you can save the game. So Crash 1 is pretty hardcore. You don't get a save unless you go into this end vortex on a bonus level, or if you collect one of the gems, which is you can get gems from either breaking all of the boxes in every level, or you can get a gem for breaking all the boxes and not dying in a level. And that's the only way of saving the game. So it's a pretty tough game, honestly. I think what we will do for this playthrough is we will get to the first boss, maybe, and then call it there, because I seem to remember the game just getting really difficult as you go on, and I don't want this video to be overly long, so gonna get some Wumpa fruits here. So with these arrows, if you hold the jump button down as you're jumping on them, then you can get some extra height, which is very helpful. And this is one of those levels that's you can really start to feel the difficulty coming into the game here. It can be very tough. I think that we're doing not too bad for lives right now. And we should get another life soon. So with lives in this game, you can get them by either collecting the little Crash icons, or you can collect 100 Wumpa fruit and it will give you an extra life. So we're almost at 100 here. Gotta be careful of these monkeys. Oh, we can get an extra Uka mask here, so let's get that. Always good to have an extra mask just in case something like that happens. And then these enemies, oh god, I hate these enemies. The natives, they push off. They can be quite annoying. You have to be really careful as well when you spin, because when you spin in this game, you do go forward slightly. If you're holding a direction, it will just send you straight off a ledge. It's quite punishing at times. Alright, let's see what this bonus has got in store for us here. Okay. Oh. Oh god. Oh my god, I'm trying to jump on this box. It's so junky. Okay. Well, at least we got some lives to spare now, so we can afford to die a few times. I can't save the game because I don't have a memory card at the moment. I do have memory cards, but they don't seem to work for specific games. I think it might be because maybe it's a Japanese version of the game. My memory card just doesn't work with it for some reason. I did try to put it in at the beginning and yeah, it wasn't recognising it, so... Are we on the boss now, maybe? I think this might be the boss. It could be. Or maybe not, I'm not sure. No, it isn't the boss yet. Not quite. We've still got quite a few levels to go, maybe, I'm not sure. Okay, so we've got... This is the boulder chase. And this level used to scare me when I was a kid, actually. Anything that chases you in video games I used to find really, really scary. I was kind of a baby. But thankfully, this level is giving us quite a few checkpoints, which is not too bad. Oh, it's interesting actually, when you walk into those little obstacles, those wooden obstacles, you don't get stopped by them, you just run straight through them. I'm pretty sure in the English version you can't get past those. So there you see we've got a gem, and that's because we collected all the boxes in the level, and it allows us to save the game. Also a question for anybody that's watching this, when you hold your controller, do you put both of your fingers on here, or do you just put one on? Because I never use, it feels so uncomfortable to do this. I always put all of them underneath here like this, and then just have the two. Oh, interesting, you can actually move the camera. That's quite cool. I didn't know you could do that. Okay. That's something new that I discovered today. But yeah, I never found it to be comfortable to put both my fingers up here on the shoulder buttons. Just really uncomfortable for me. Alright, so this is the first upstream level. I'm pretty sure it is called upstream. And, oh, as the name suggests, I almost fell off. We just have to travel upstream to the end and avoid all of the fish and other obstacles that we've got. This fish is going to be annoying, isn't it? Okay, let's go. But so far the game is very similar to the English version, really. Like, there's a few differences obviously, but not any that are too dissimilar. It seems like maybe this game might be slightly more user-friendly, perhaps, with the tutorial boxes coming up for Aku Aku whenever you get him and things like that. That probably makes the game a little bit easier. So we've got invincibility here. Oops. Oh, I almost fell off, but the bonus actually saved me. I think that I'm not 100% sure, but I think that you might actually go a little bit faster when you've got the invincibility mask. Oh, that was very scary. 24 lives is very, very good, but they will just go once you get to the end of the game. Yeah, you'll just run out of lives like very, very quickly. This game is very tough later on, which is why I think that we should aim to beat the first boss. I think that will be the goal of today. And there we go. Let's see what we have next. So I know for a fact that's one of the levels that you can't get all the boxes on. You have to go back to it later on. once you've got one of the coloured gems in another level, you can go back to that one, and then there's some extra boxes at the end of the level. I think that this might be the boss, perhaps. Let's see if it is. Yes, it is. So this is Papu Papu, the first boss of the game. Let's see if we can do it. Let's see here. Oh, I'm stuck in the corner. I was really stuck in the corner there. I couldn't jump out of it. Oh wow, he's got like actually a much bigger health bar in the Japanese version. I'm sure that you only have to hit him 3 times in the English version. That's interesting, isn't it? Oh, never mind. He just died. It just looked like there was more. Oh. It looked like there were more health points than there actually were. Well, I guess that's the I guess that's where we'll stop for the day. So the next level, I believe, is the hog ride level. I won't pain you with that because I'm really bad at it. So yeah, thanks for hanging out, everybody. I've really enjoyed this. It's been really nice to play this game. I'm always looking to add new games to my collection, and I think for the next video that we'll do on this channel, maybe we can do well, in the future, maybe not the next video, but in the future maybe we can do a game collection where I show off a bunch of different games that I have. Let me know if that's something that you would like. And yeah, we're gonna end it there for today, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye.